here we have to do it. And number one is a question we touched on a little bit before the test, but we didn't put it on the test because it really wasn't part of that chapter. And it's something you should remember from 6th and 7th grade, ladies. So let's go over number one. And hopefully you guys remember a lot about this. It'll make today's lesson a lot easier. And we're going to spend multiple days. This whole chapter is about equations, okay? Probably going to spend somewhere around 7 days before we get into word problems, and then like another 4 or 5 days on word problems, maybe even more than that. All right, so this is what we call a standard two-step equation. And this kind of equation should be very comfortable for you. You should be able to look at something like this and say, this is a piece of cake. I can do it in my sleep. And does equal 10. The first thing you notice is that, look, when we try to solve an equation's like a scale, like the scale in science class. And as long as that scale's level, it's balanced. That's why they call it a balance in science. And it means that things are equal. When they're tilted, uneven, that means they're not equal. We want equal. Now, I want to find out what a single n weighs, if you will. What a single n is worth. So the first thing I do is add 11 to both sides. Die. Did I touch this 2n? No, so it's still there. 2n, that went die, equals 9 plus 11 is 20. Now what's happening to the n?
You divide it.
Well, that's what we're going to do. At this point, it's being multiplied by 2. So I need to do the opposite and to divide by 2. And I get that n is equal to 10. Okay? So 10 is the correct answer to the first one. Now, let's take a look at number 2. Find the product of 3 times 10 to the 13th and 7 times 10 to the 4th. Now, this was the kind of question that was on the test, and not as many of you got it right as I would have expected to have gotten it right. Rach, when I do a question like this, what do I need to remember? I didn't hear. Who's going to help out Rach?
You multiply the coefficients.
All right, good. Stop there. That's the first thing you should remember. What is a coefficient again? The number where? Everybody turn to your neighbor. Say the coefficient is the number in front.
Coefficient is the number in front.
You didn't turn to a neighbor. Turn to your neighbor. Tell them the coefficient is the number in front. All right. Now, 3 and 7 are the numbers in front. So we just said we're going to multiply the coefficients. That makes 21. Now, Miss Whitneben, what do we do to those exponents? I definitely don't think we do that. I don't think we walk up to the exponents and go, hello, Mr. Exponent, Mrs. Exponent. I don't think that quite cuts it. Okay? What do? You add them. So I get 10 to the 17th. Turn to your neighbor. Turn to that neighbor. Say to them, multiply coefficients, add exponents.
Multiply coefficients, add exponents.
Very good. Now, Rach, I have a question. Why do you always look so stylish? Why do you always look so stylish? Oh, you definitely look stylish. You dress very, very well. Now, being so well, you shouldn't be shy, dressing so well. You can turn and go, multiply coefficients, add exponents. It heightens the experience to look at them and go, multiply those coefficients, add those exponents. Multiply the coefficients! No, I'm waiting for you to yell add exponents.
Add exponents.
Multiply the coefficients!
Add exponents.
That boy, that's how you get something out of this. Not like this.
Set down.
Big difference. Say it with a little passion out there, right? Turn to your neighbor. Let me hear it loud and proud. Give him a bastion of grief. Multiply those coefficients. Add those exponents.
You
Go
better
ahead.
not spit in my face.
Go ahead. Launch a loogie. Go ahead.
Multiply coefficients, add exponents.
This was Rachel. This was Rachel. Humans, window. Now, I got a problem. What's my problem?
No one else.
Oh, I love when the room smells. Do you get that?
You said the room smells?
Yeah, I love when the room smells.
Why?
Because everybody's arms up.
That's nasty.
Max, what do we got?
21 is bigger than 10.
That's right. Max is all over it. 21 is bigger than 10. So I have to divide by 10, which means over here I have to, excuse me, I have to multiply by 10. So I get 2.1 times 10 to the 18. If I said this already, just tell me to be quiet. I told you the theory of the dog.
Be quiet.
Did I about the dog? All right, listen, here's the deal. When I do a lot of advanced dog training, and one of our dog trainers said to us that you have to control the head of the dog. He said what gets the dog in trouble is his nose. And when the dog's going around and you let your dog smell, like if you walk your dog, and you let your dog put his head to the ground and go, and turn his head, he says eventually he's going to smell something. And when he smells that thing, he's going to be like, mmm.
Oh, you told us this.
Yes. Well, you turn around. And as soon as you start turning your head around the room, it is a matter of time until you are not paying attention to what it is that we're doing. So don't go letting your head fly around on a swivel.
Oh, I
Okay.
remember this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, number 3.
You're talking about.
Number 3.
That was going to be like a life lesson.
What do you notice about number 3 and number 1? Rach,
Well, like, technically they both have two ends.
bingo. It's the same question. Think about the scale. Let's go back to number 1. Here's the scale. Does it make a difference if I put my two ends like that or if I write my two ends like this? Isn't it the same exact thing? Right? So when we see that ends are on the same side, we want to put them together. We want to do what we call the same operation. And that's really what we're going to talk about today. One end and another end make 2n. And then I have 2n minus 11 is 9. And then I'm going to solve this exactly the way I would solve a normal equation. Plus 11. 2n equals 20. Divide by 2. N equals 10. Okay? Now, wait till we're through today's lesson.
You confused me.
What was that?
Number 1 on the.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to go over it right now. Now, look. Number 1 is actually unbelievably easy. 3x is equal to 6. There's only one step. Go ahead. It is going to be 2, but the x is being multiplied by 3. What's the opposite? ¿Qué es un positivo operación? Division. División. Divide by 3. Die. X equals 2. See, yeah, here's the problem. Derek asked the question. He says, can I just put a 2? If you are solving this by saying, girls, if you are solving this by saying, oh, 3 times what number is 6? It's 2. You're doing something very bad. It works for this. It will work for this a lot. The problem is, as we get into more complicated looking equations, you are less and less able to do that. And we want to develop a strategy that works no matter what. Okay? What's the difference between number 2 and number 1? Take a look. What's the difference between number 2 and number 1? Angela?
There's a 3x and then it says equal to 5 plus 1.
But what is 5 plus 1?
6.
So this is really the same exact question. All you needed to do was put the 5 and the 1 together. Now, I want you to notice something. Do you realize how the 5 and the 1 are on the same side?
Yes.
We got another turn to your neighbor moment here, Rachel. Turn to your neighbor. Say to your neighbor, same side, same operation. Go ahead.
Same size, same operation.
I want to hear a little emphasis. Same side,
Same side.
same operation.
Same operation, fam.
Very good. Now, hold on. Take a look at number 3. Oh, by the way, I mean, you would just finish it the same way, divide by 3. Take a look at number 3. Do you see anything on the same side? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. You see the same kind of things, namely numbers, on the same side. What is 8 plus 2? 10. So I get 2x equals 10. When you see things that are on the same side, do that same operation, add them, then I divide by 2. X is 5. Okay, Mr. Teller, you can go potty. And let's take a look at the next question. What does this say on your paper? Does it say
It says W over
Negative W.
W over -3 equals, and now, does everybody see the same side here? Yeah, what is the same side?
2 plus 3.
2 plus 3. What does 2 plus 3 add up to?
5.
5. Go ahead, do that one.
Wait, Mr. I had a question. Does the equal sign also mean like the same, like let's say 3x is
Stop making a
same
vote,
as 5x? Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Can we not turn around here?
I don't get this.
Work it. Try. It's okay to get it wrong.
Would it be a negative or positive?
What's it?
What W equals?
W will work out to be a negative. Okay. I always begin these questions by asking, what's happening to the variable? What's happening to the W right here? It's being divided by -3. What's the opposite of to divide by -3?
Multiply.
By what? -3. So I have to multiply both sides by -3. I use the parentheses to indicate multiplication. Die, die! 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 W equals, what's 5 times -3?
Negative 15.
-15 is correct. Very good.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Try number 5.
Same, 3G.
14.
Oh, all the time.
Is that a negative 15?
Yes. Question? I'm hearing some mumbling. All right. So when I look at number 5, look, when we solve equations, it works like this. Anybody here watch football?
Yes.
By football, I mean American football, not
Yeah.
soccer. All right. You ever watch, like, the quarterback come up to the line of scrimmage?
What's a quarterback?
The quarterback, he's the guy who gets the football.
Yeah.
Now, we will have nothing to do with what implications are going on, but you got the offensive line, you got your receivers, and then you got a defense. And the defense, they're kind of lined up in a certain way where they can cover certain people. So the quarterback comes up, you see him looking around, and he's watching. Boo! 21!
Boo! 21!
Boo! 42! 42! 42! He'll point to him, and he'll get his whole team. And then, like, the center will turn around and go, 42, check, check, check 42. Everybody will point, 42. They'll call it a hot read. They know he's going to do something. They'll go, boo! 21, 17, green. So what he did is he just changed the play. And now they're going to do something different. And they'll all yell back, check, check, check. So that means everybody knows what he's doing. They'll go, hot! And they'll run the ball. Now, what's happening is the quarterback is walking up to the line. And he's looking out there, and he has a play called. And he's saying, I want to run this play. Then he looks at the defense, and the defense has the play covered. So instead of running the play right smack into the defense where it's not going to work, quarterback changes the play. So he goes up to the line, and he looks for the right thing to do. And then he makes sure that the strategy that he's adopting, the strategy, Ishmael, that he's going to do, is the right strategy for that particular defense. Well, that's what we do when we solve equations. We walk in and we look at this, and we're like the quarterback. We could be looking up and going, same side! Side, same side, 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 same side right there, -1, same side, all together now. And then it's your job to do the same side. Now, if they run the wrong play, are they going to get the equation right?
No.
No! So you have to pick the correct play. In this case, the correct play is, since the -1 and the -1 are on the same side, you do the, turn to your neighbor. Say same side, same operation.
Same side, same operation.
Wait a minute, talk to me. You tell me this time. Same side, same operation. Let me hear it. Muy bueno. Now, I was saying muy bueno, not Diana bueno. Now, look, the -1 and the -1 are on the same side. What is a -1 and a -1? Everybody.
Negative those.
Good. So 3g plus 4 equals -2. Now it's a standard. Can we worry more about the lesson? I mean, I do appreciate what you're doing, but let's focus here so we don't walk away confused. Now it's a standard two-stepper, and I'm going to go -4, 3g equals -6. Then I'm going to divide by 3 because the g is being multiplied by 3. I need to do opposites. And g is -6 divided by 3 is -2. Okay? All right. I want you to play quarterback. Here's number 6. You walk up to the line of scrimmage. You look at the defense. Figure out what it is that they're trying to do, and then you run the correct play so that you can beat this defense.
Why 89? 10,000. 47. 21.
Hold on. Okay. Now, take a look. What's the correct strategy for this defense? What is it we want to do? I know you know. I don't want you to answer. Ishmael, what do I do on this thing, guy? No. See, when I look at this, I notice that these Y's are on the same side. Ishmael, repeat after me. Same side? Same operation. Do what it says. What are 4Y's plus 3Y's? 7Y's. If you don't do that, you can't get it right. 7Y is 14. Now is it pretty obvious what we do? You can't go to the bathroom. Okay, what's the answer? 2 is correct.
Yes.
Muy bueno.
Now I get it.
Divide by 7, Y is 2.
Oh,
All
I
right,
got it right.
that's our start on same side, same operation. We will continue. We have 3 or 4 days of this, so we have lots of time to spend.
I don't like being
Hasta la vista, vaya con Dios, toodaloo, ta-ta. Rinderse, smile a lot, ciao. Arrivederci, adios amigos y amigas. Codifish, guru-shurus, what?
How'd you learn all these languages?
As I have students in my class from a particular area, I ask them, how do you say goodbye in their language? And then I